All right, this fixed it. Okay. Hello, everybody. We should be live now. Can you hear me?
Give me a second. I had to close my
Yay.
We
browser.
can hear you.
Okay. And everybody else say hi.
Ah,
Hi.
Hi.
Yay. Okay, good. All right, so we are live. We can be heard now. Um, we have with us DM Jingo doing a little one shot, and it's called Musketeers for the Queen. As you can tell from my background, it'll give you a little hint. Without any ado, go ahead and take it away. Tell us what we're doing and why we're doing it, and just what is Savage Worlds.
all right. Savage Worlds is a role-playing game that, unlike D&D and D20 games, which are meant to, I guess, emulate epic fantasy like Tolkien and Game of Thrones and such. Savage Worlds is more of an action Saturday afternoon action movie RPG, and it does that very well. It is a universal role playing game system that can be adapted to anything. It does fantasy, it does sci fi, it does superheroes, it does horror. And tonight we're doing classic fiction. We're doing a chapter right out of the Three Musketeers as we do Musketeers for the Queen. Um, Real quick, look over your characters. Let me point a few things out that you'll want to be looking at. On your main tab, you have edges. These are special
What
things
the
that you
dog?
can do that ordinary people cannot. Look through your edges, get an idea about what they do. If something confuses you, and it probably will, ask, and I will explain that game mechanic. Because as I said, it doesn't work like D&D. Forget everything you know about role-playing games. Right below the edges, you'll see hindrances, which are just what they sound like. They're problems your character has. For instance, let me pick one of the ones that nobody chose. Um, Madame Bonasso. She's fleet footed, which means she runs faster than everybody else. Improved dodge, which means she's very hard to hit. Improved extraction, which means she's good at getting away from people. And she's an investigator. Her flaws are she is curious. She tends to go looking for trouble. She has a vow. She's in service to the Queen of France. And she's wanted as a spy by the English crown. Look over yours. Um, get an idea of what they can do. You'll see there's a second tab, and this is where the meat of your character is. Along the right hand side, there will be skills, and you'll notice each skill is a die type, and your attributes are on the upper left are also a die type. Rather than have a number for your attribute or your skills, everything is a die. So when I ask you to make an agility check, whatever your agility die is, if you click on that, that's your agility. Um, your five attributes. Agility is your hand-eye coordination. Um, it affects how well you fight. It affects how stealthy you are. It affects riding. It affects shooting. It affects athletics. Agility is a very important attribute for somebody who is very active, action star. Smarts is exactly what it sounds like. It determines the number of languages you can learn. It is also the basis of such skills as notice, which is kind of perception in this game, common knowledge, and such things as science and medicine. Spirit is like your strength of will. Think of it as a combination of charisma and wisdom. The higher your spirit, the more resistant to being manipulated and rattled you are, and the better you are able to relate to other people and, you know, interact with them. Strength is self explanatory. Strength dictates your damage in melee. It dictates how much you can carry, something which we won't really go into tonight because it's not important. And a few other factors. Vigor is your health. The higher your vigor, the harder it is to hurt you. Vigor is also used when you are wounded. You have a chance to basically soak off that wound, and it's based on your vigor. The higher the vigor, the harder it is to wound you. You'll notice rather than hit points, everybody has a box that says wounds and has three bubbles. You take three wounds before you are incapacitated and then roll on the "you're going to die" table. And we'll see if you're going to die. But fatigue is similar. It is a way of taking damage that simulates bumps and bruises, i.e., if you fall off your horse or get caught in a raging river, you're likely to take fatigue rather than an actual wound, although it affects you in the same way. You you get two levels of fatigue before you go down. Now, let me tell you about a couple of things that make Savage Worlds strange. The first is the wild die. If you will click on one of your skills, each of you, double click on the roll and watch it, you will see that it rolls your skill die and another die, like such. Ah. Now, because you guys are what are called wild cards, you're the special people of the world. You are the wild cards, and everybody else is an extra, except for a few important villains. That means that every time you make a check, you also get an extra d6 as a second chance. So every time you roll a skill or an attack roll or an attribute score, you're rolling twice, one on the actual die and one on that d6. Now, the special thing, and you'll see that it happened to Aramis, is if you roll the highest number on the die, you get to roll again and add it. And if it comes up the highest number again, you get to roll again and add it. This is what is called the exploding die mechanic, which means there is technically no limit to how high a roll can go if the dice keep just rolling over.
Nice, and that's for everybody, right? Bad guys too.
That's for the wild card bad guys. Extras do not get that,
Mm.
which means that most of the people that you fight are extras. Extras also don't get wounds. Basically, you wound an extra, he goes down. Just like in the movies, you know. You shoot the thug, he goes down. If he's the main villain, probably not. But if he's one of the agents that works for the main villain, he's probably going to go down from one shot.
All you gotta do is hit him, basically.
You have to do enough damage to actually. Now, let me explain how damage works. You have a toughness. Everybody has one. In order to damage you, when I roll damage, I have to equal that toughness. If I can, like for instance, Aramis has a 5 toughness. If I do 5 damage to you, I have equaled your toughness. What that's going to do is it's going to give you a status called shaken. Basically, your bell has been rung. You haven't taken any damage, but all you can do on your turn is half move. However, you do get a spirit check at the beginning of your turn to recover from being shaken. Now, in order to wound you, I have to do 4 higher than your toughness. So I have to do 9 damage to Aramis to actually wound him. And every 4 points above that is another wound. So technically, if I got a high enough roll, I could kill you outright in one shot if I did enough wounds.
Hmm. Good, we've got extra characters that nobody picked.
Yes, we do. But no, it's that being said, it's still not a very deadly game. Although I think the last time I ran a one shot, Sven was there. Somebody's character died. I don't remember whose, but we had a massive roll and somebody got exploded basically.
Mhm.
Now, more fun for Savage Worlds. At the top, you'll notice a little box with poker chips in it. These are bennies. What is a benny? A benny is kind of like inspiration in D&D, but oh, so much more. You can use a benny to re-roll an attribute check, a skill check, an attack roll, or a damage roll. You may also use a Benny to recover from being shaken on the beginning of your turn if you failed your spirit check to do so. Bennies can also be used to soak wounds when you take damage. So you might want to save one, and not use them all up on right away. The last thing that a Benny can do is it can alter circumstances. Let's say you're in a bar brawl and, you know, McCoy throws you out a second story window and you're going to land in the street and take damage. You could spend a Benny and tell the game master, hey, isn't there a water trough right outside that window? And if the game master accepts it and you're Benny, boom, there's a water trough and you fell in that instead and didn't take any damage.
So you
This
can
is the
use
kind
sort of yes and
you
thing.
could yes and you can manipulate the circumstances around you with the game master's permission, and I'm pretty liberal on that. Now, everybody starts with a number of bennies based on your luck or your unluck. Three is the standard. um, I think there's one character that gets four in this group and one character that gets five. Anytime you do something that I think conforms to your hindrances or is just good role playing, I can award you a Benny. Anytime you tell a pun, no matter how bad it is, I will award you a Benny. That's my personal house rule. Anytime you tell a pun, you get a Benny. You know, if it's a really bad pun, I might give everybody a Benny. Now, here's the other side. My wild cards each get two Bennies of their own, and I, the game master, get one Benny for every player in the group. So I have three personal Bennies that I can spend on my rerolls for my characters.
Okay.
So you're not the only one that gets that. Now, down to the bottom, the last thing, and then we'll jump into this. Your bottom tab is adventure cards. Look over your adventure cards. Some of them may not apply to you. If not, them's the breaks. You can play an adventure card at any time unless it dictates specifically when it needs to be played. It does not have to happen on your turn, you know. And you'll find here. Let me. I need to modify something on Madam's. She should be able to play all four of her cards if she gets played.
I have an arcane
These
spike that I
these
probably
things.
can't use.
You have an arcane one.
Do I?
All right.
Are they able to be turned into
I do
bennies or something
too.
if you can't use them?
Well, no. What I'm going to do is go ahead and draw that one out into the chat. So we'll get rid of it, and I'm going to give you another one. I'm going to pick you one. Let's see. At those, played a card. Let's see.
Back.
At those. Let's see. There we go.
Nice.
Give you a different one. All right. Look at your adventure cards, bottom tab. If any of them have to do with Arcana, discard it into the chat and I will give you another one. Other than that, if you have any questions about how they work or how any of your edges or hindrances work, please ask because I have no problem stopping to explain. Let's see. Aramis tossed a card. Let's see. Get Aramis a replacement. Let's give Aramis that one.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. These things are game changers. They, you know, you can see they're all pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Some more than others. Some are like, oh, wow. But,
Mm-mm.
let me also reset. I can't do that. All right. There is more that I should cover, but we're going to jump right in. Um, we will, for the purposes of narrative, assume that the other two characters are with the group and kind of hanging in the background. That way, as other people join us, we have an excuse to have them step in. Or, as Mantha said, if one of these characters catches something bad and goes down, there's a replacement to step in. All right. Anne of Austria, the Queen Consort of France, has been secretly conducting an affair with the Duke of Buckingham. Having just received a gift of diamonds from her husband, Louis XIII, she gives the diamonds as a keepsake to her lover to console him upon his return to London. The wily and evil Cardinal Richelieu has learned of this gift and seeks to expose the tryst, bringing shame to the young queen and almost certainly provoking war between France and England. He announces a grand ball in honor of Her Majesty 2 weeks hence and suggests to the king that his bride should wear the diamonds that are unfortunately now in the possession of the Duke. Madame Bonacieux, the queen's spy, has enlisted the aid of her lover, Monsieur d'Artagnan, and his stalwart companions to travel to London by way of Dieppe and convince the Duke of Buckingham to turn over the jewels for the sake of his lover's imperiled honor. The queen has arranged for a boat to be waiting in Dieppe to facilitate your journey. Meanwhile, the evil cardinal has learned of this plan and has set obstacles in your path. Mercenary outlaws watch the roads out of Paris, and spies lurk upon the docks of Dieppe. Now, you guys have just come from an audience with the Queen. The three of you and the two NPCs are there. You're in an antechamber. I will take notice checks. You can do that by double clicking on the notice or dragging it and dropping it into chat. Now, the way skill checks work is the number you're looking for is 4. A 4 or better on a die roll is a success. Uh, Anything 4 over what you need is considered a raise. So Athos got a raise on his roll. Aramis and D'Artagnan were both successful. As you stand in the foyer, um, Athos or Aramis and D'Artagnan notice a shadow pass by a curtain, and Athos, stepping to the curtain, sees a flash of red fabric dart around a corner out of the way. And that could only be the livery of the guards of the evil Cardinal Richelieu. They wear red. Perhaps it was one of them. So already the game is afoot. What is your plan? You have options. To get to the stable, you can either just stride out there valiantly and confront anything that might stop you, or you could be sneaky. What would you like to do? Or you could come up with something else. This is entirely up to you. What would you like to do?
So just to clarify, we're out to get the jewels and bring them back before the
Yes,
party
you
starts.
you need to travel to the um, town of Jep on the coast, where a boat will be waiting. The queen has arranged horses at the stable for you to ride. You are to travel to London, find the Duke of Buckingham, convince him to give you the diamonds and then make it back because in 2 weeks there's going to be the grand ball, and if the queen doesn't have the diamonds, scandal.
Now, are we more used to riding? Would we be able to ride there and back okay, or would we rather take a
You
ship?
guys, you guys should all have writing as a skill. You're all expert writers.
Okay.
Nice. Well, Aramis
And in
votes.
fact, going on foot would take too long. There is no way you could make the journey without riding.
Right. Well, isn't ship an option?
Well, you will ride to Jep, where she has a boat to take you across
Ah,
to
Mhm.
gotcha. Okay.
London and back. Were you to sail out of Paris, it would be too obvious that something was up, and that's just we can't have that.
Mm, must be sneaky. Well, Aramis votes that
Discreet.
we
We
just
prefer the word discreet.
Aramis votes that we just go right up to the stable. We're not doing anything wrong, and if somebody sees us, we can surely talk our way out of this.
What say you, D'Artagnan and Athos? Aramis says, "We're the Musketeers. Damn it! What do we care about Cardinal Richelieu's men?"
So, one quick aside. I'm not really sure that I'm understanding the dynamics because Athos has the it's a hindrance actually that he is very protective of for D'Artagnan, but yet he is not a musketeer, and yet he's considered the leader. I'm not really
No, D'Artagnan
No,
is
no.
not the leader. He
D'Artagnan
is
is
the
the main
chief
character.
character of the book and the movie. He's the
right.
chief
You said
character.
Athos is the leader.
He is Athos
Yeah,
is the leader. Yeah, D'Artagnan is basically he's the
like an
plot device.
apprentice.
He's the plot device that drives the story. He's he meets the three musketeers and gets dragged into their adventures with them. That's how the book goes. So no, he's not the leader. In fact, he is younger than the rest of them by a number of years.
Athos is right, and so I'm the if I'm not a musketeer, why would I be a leader? Wouldn't they outrank me?
D'Artagnan's not a musketeer.
D'Artagnan's not a musketeer. He
Ev-
aspires to be a musketeer, but he is
Okay,
not.
so Athos is a musketeer.
Yeah,
Athos is a musketeer
Gotcha.
and kind of the leader. Yeah, D'Artagnan's
Okay,
kind of like the guy that wants to be like them.
sorry,
he's
I'm up
like
to speed
the
now.
knight squire sort of thing. Like he's an apprentice following
like
along,
that,
but not part of.
like that annoying little brother that follows you around all the time because he wants to be like you.
So
Yeah, when
Athos
you're like
is
Gotcha.
hanging out with your friends and
So do
they're
we
trying to
need
be friends with your
anything for
friends.
the trip, or do we have everything we need as far as money
well.
or food and stuff like that?
Money is not an object. If you would like to add any, I put weapons on your sheet. You are all wearing, I believe, chain coats as well for armor. Um, you have mounts, although they're not on the sheet. Any other basic equipment you think a musketeer might carry on him, you can certainly add that to your character sheet, and I'll give you a couple of minutes to do so. You know, but bear in mind this isn't D&D. You're not carrying a backpack full of adventuring gear. If you were
Yeah.
carrying something, it would probably be hanging on your belt or slung over your shoulder. So you wouldn't be carrying a lot.
Gotcha. Okay, so um, if we're ready to go, I agree. Let's go straight away and head to the stables. The faster we get there, the faster we come back.
All right. As you guys barge out the doors, make me another notice check. You stride across the castle grounds towards the royal stables. Uh, Aramis did
Aramis
not
doesn't
know.
fucking know.
Aramis did not. All right. Let me explain something here. D'Artagnan
Oh
got a
no.
critical failure. Um, Only wild cards, which means only serious villains and player characters, can critical fail, which is what happens when both your wild die and your regular die come up as a one. This is the only time you cannot Benny for a reroll is on a critical failure. Also, something bad typically happens on a critical failure. D'Artagnan, you're walking along and you're kind of looking around and you didn't notice that gopher hole. Make me an agility check. You stumble, but you don't fall, and you don't turn your ankle, taking a point of fatigue.
Nice.
Nice.
Um, However, Athos, who is alert, um, he noticed because it is early morning and it is slightly foggy. You don't see anybody around, but you could have sworn you heard horses' hooves somewhere off in the fog. And you guys will get to the stable, and the stable hands will have your horses there, and you saddle up, and as you get out onto the road,
Before we
um,
leave, I'm going to ask the stable people, boy or whoever is running it, uh, if anyone else has recently left in the last half hour.
he will say, "Nope." The queen said to have 5 horses ready.
Is there like a insight, or can I tell if he's lying?
Make me a spirit check. This is what I do. Athos, you get a Benny
Okay.
for that pun. You thought I was joking. No.
Okay. Good.
Oh,
No, he's telling the truth.
Okay.
He's kind of actually in awe that he's getting to talk to one of the Musketeers. You're famous.
So I'm going to toss him, copper or silver, a tip equivalent, maybe a little generous, and then thank him for his work. Double check everything on my own, make sure the straps are correct, nothing's been tampered with, and before I get
Make me a
on,
notice check.
and then we'll head out.
Nope, everything looks safe.
Nice.
and while Athos is talking to the stable hand, I think Aramis is going to join him. And well, I know you're surely starstruck from meeting the three musketeers, but I'm sure the Queen told you that you might want to keep this on the down low, and not mention that we were here.
Mum's the word, sir.
Mm, good man.
And what time of day is it?
It is early in the morning.
All right, we will head out.
And you set out upon your fine steeds and get out onto the road, and I will take one more notice check.
And as we get ready to leave,
Aramis don't see shit.
I'll mention, gentlemen, I believe I saw the livery of the Count, so let us be
Uh,
aware of our surroundings.
You say as Aramis is absolutely not aware of his surroundings.
nope. Oh, Aramis got a critical failure this time.
Yeah, those gopher holes sure are everywhere.
Well, no, because basically this is what happens: is you go to mount up on your horse, you accidentally pull on the rein, and the horse starts moving, and so you end up falling across your saddle on your belly. And make me an agility check because you're not fully in your saddle yet.
Wait. Oh, agilities in
Yep.
the attributes and not skills.
Yeah.
In the wrong list.
You were
Nice.
able to right yourself and not fall from your horse. And let me remove the encumbered because we're not worried about encumbrance. You should not be encumbered. See if I can. remove that. Let's see. There. Now you shouldn't be taking any encumbrance penalties because I turned it off. All right. Athos, as you guys get out onto the road, you glance behind you and you see half a dozen mounted shapes moving out of the fog towards you. Stand and fight or run.
Am I able to tell any details of what they are? Do they look arm? You said they're on
Mm,
horses.
yeah, they're on horses, they're cloaked men, um, and they're coming on at a good clip. They definitely seem aggressive. Whoever they are, they're not friendly.
All right,
And
and is
at
there
this
any?
point, we have a choice. We either go into a chase sequence or you guys can fight them.
We'll look
This
around.
is
Is there
your
any kind
option.
of um, ruins or gate,
Nope, you guys
wall,
aren't
or
even
anything?
out of Paris yet. You are in the streets of Paris right now.
Streets. So there doesn't look to be anywhere where we could make a stand and put our backs against a wall or anything.
No.
By the way, my computer got unplugged, so I'm.
All right. No worries. We will make do until you can get back up. Um
Well, I'm not real familiar with what they would normally do. I mean, would we think we could handle six ruffians, or is this a place
you
we should
you
run
could
from?
probably easily handle 6 ruffians. However, time is of the essence. And every fight you get in is a chance to get somebody hurt. So it's either way. They would be just as if they're on a mission, you know, you don't have to fight these guys. It's not required. So it's a matter of, do you want to whoop them down just to prove that you can, or do you want to outride them to prove that you can do that?
All right, so I will turn to the other two. All right, gentlemen, what say you? Shall we lose these pursuers? This
Sure.
fog should be to our benefit. All right, so we'll take off riding.
Give me a second here. Let me add my NPC.
And if I have any kind of, if any of the three of us are more knowledgeable about Paris, I'll let them lead so that we can, maybe take a couple twisty turns and things and lose them that way as well.
All right. Now, the combat tracker is the same cross swords as for D&D. If you want to open it, you'll see that the first slot is a card because Savage Worlds deals cards for initiative. The higher your card, the better initiative. However, actually, no, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to use chases. All right. This is what we're going to do. For chasing, I need each of you to make a riding roll. For each success and raise, you will be dealt a card. You get to choose which card you use, and I will explain how they work. All right, Athos made his roll, D'Artagnan made his, and Aramis made his.
Nice.
Because I'm still trying to work out how. I don't know if I can deal this direct. Let me try this here. Athos was dealt a king of diamonds. Aaron dealt a six of clubs. Not good.
Rip.
D'Artagnan was dealt the eight of clubs. All right. Let me roll for my mercenary. Notice how they don't get a wild die. I'm going to use the same character sheet and roll for each of them down the line,
Okay.
just because it's easy. And the last one failed his roll. He does not get a card this round. Now, let's see. We start with mercenary number 5.
Now, should we see them in the combat tracker, or are we
Oh,
just doing a
let me
chase or something?
let me do that. We're doing a chase, but we're using combat tracker for it. And
Okay.
I'm using the Savage Worlds Deluxe chase rules because the Adventure Edition rules, the way they're set up, requires a more setup than Fantasy Grounds can handle. Actually,
Okay.
uh, characters act on their action cards as usual. All right, but since movement distance is abstract, character must have advantage. All right, this guy has gotten in close with this king. He is at short range. Um, so he is going to attempt to attack Athos with his rapier, and he swipes and he misses.
Nice. Now I have a parry. Does that just mean that it increases my armor class, or is it something I
Yep.
actively do?
No, parry is the number I have to hit to hit you. It is basically your armor class.
Okay.
Oh, since we're looking at abilities and stuff, the cards that we drew, those are action cards, right?
The suit cards, yes, those are
Yeah.
your action cards.
I have a thing, draw an additional action card and choose which to use.
In a regular combat, it would apply. We're doing chase rules, and that does not
Okay.
apply to chase rules. But under normal
Okay.
circumstances, the table will automatically, in a regular combat, deal you 2 cards and give you the better one.
Oh, that's good. It's all coded. I don't have to worry about it.
Oh,
Nice.
so much of this table is coded.
That's awesome.
All right. So my last question is, with the my rapier gives me a +1. So what do I have to
That's
indicate when
factored
I
in.
draw that
That's
out?
Nope, that's already factored in.
So okay. So it's always assuming I'm holding my rapier then.
Yeah,
Okay.
the one parry that you get, the 1 point of parry that you get from it isn't going to be a game breaker, and 90% of the time you will have it out. So,
Gotcha.
all right. You drew a king, Athos, and because you drew a king, um, you are at short range against an enemy and may make a melee attack against it.
All right, so this guy came up to me, tried to slice at me, so um, I'm actually going to try to hit the horse. Am I able to try to do that?
Absolutely. Just make. I don't have the horses on the tracker. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
All right,
Horse
so
has
that's
a parry
this.
of 2. A 5 will hit.
No, that's the damage.
Now
Sorry,
that's the damage. Go ahead and make.
this is the attack.
Ow. All right. That is a hit with a raise. You'll see the modifier box in the lower left hand corner.
Yes.
Right next to it is a little white D6. It says plus damage. Click on that and it'll light up.
Okay.
And then roll your damage. What that does is it gets you an extra die. All right. You poke that guy's horse. And so what's going to happen? Actually, no, it's not going to be. He has to make a riding check to stay on the horse. That he failed. All right. Mercenary 2 is also up close on. He is going to try to attack D'Artagnan.
Is there supposed to be a map up? Or,
No, we're doing a
no.
chase, so
Okay.
there's no map. However, he got a club. And in a chase, a club means that no, complication table. Um, his complication was a king. He doesn't get to attack this round because he got a club. He's close. Mercenary 3 is long range and is cannot do anything. D'Artagnan is at long range. If you have a ranged weapon, you may make an attack at -4 against an enemy. Or you can choose not to.
I'll just keep riding. Oh, well,
You also had a club,
Yes.
and you ran into a major obstacle. Object of some sort gets in the way. Make
Oops.
an agility check roll at -2.
Okay. -2. I'll put that in the modifier.
Actually, no, this one's for D'Artagnan because he had the 8. I'm sorry, I
Oh,
advanced the turn. So
oops.
I'm going to let you keep that because you're going to be in the same boat.
Okay, cool.
You
Nice.
guys, went down a
One of my
side street and there was a low hanging clothesline and you guys both rode under it. So D'Artagnan, give me an agility check at -2.
agility. Hold on. Come on. There we go. Not quite. There. Got it. Agility.
Nice.
You don't drag your clothesline along behind you. All right. Aramis, you are at long range. You can see that they're all kind of gathered up around, um, you know, kind of Athos up there trying to, and he reached out and stuck one of their horses and it moved away. You could take a shot, but you don't have a really good one.
Hmm. Well, Aramis is kind of vengeful, and I think he's kind of mad at these dudes for bothering us. So yeah, he's gonna take the shot.
It'll be at a -4.
I- And on the attacks page, the die on the left is to
The
hit, and the
die on
one
the
on the
left
right.
is the attack die, yes. Blam! A 13 is a hit with a raise. Click the plus damage die and then drop the damage on him.
Nice.
Nice.
Brown best musket.
All right. Which one were you shooting? Pick 1 through 5.
2.
Number 2 falls from his horse and is no longer in the chase.
Nice.
Nice.
Did you say 5 fell from his horse as well when I stabbed it?
No, he made his riding check to stay in the saddle.
Okay.
Yeah. The horse took a wound. Actually, no, you're right. The horse took a wound. Number 5 managed to not hurt himself, but his horse is out, so number 5's out of the chase as well.
Oh, nice.
Thank you for reminding me that. Mercenary 4 is falling way behind this round. All right. New round. I need writing checks from everybody.
Now, what can we tell about these men? Are they dressed in certain people's
Um,
stuff, or
What
they
campaign am I
do.
joining?
If you look at the Dawn of Flame channel in Discord, the IP is
Thank
that
you.
bottom thing.
Yeah, joined by LAN and not by cloud. All right. D'Artagnan, were not successful. However, if you wish, you may spend a penny to re-roll your writing check.
Yeah, let's do it.
oh, nice. Okay. So how did you do that?
Just grab the Benny from the top of your character sheet and
Yeah,
drag it into
okay.
chat.
Okay.
And go ahead and re-roll. And it's D'Artagnan.
Nice.
There we go.
Much better.
And a 10 is a raise. All right. I'm not sure how to do this. Let's see. Aramis gets 1 card. Actually, let me remove that one. So he gets a 3.
Aramis ain't getting the best of cards today.
Athos, 4, 8, 12, got 2 raises. Athos gets 1, 2, 3 cards. Look, he got a joker. Dang. And what was the old one? Was the king? Let me remove that one. And you're probably going to want to keep the joker. The joker is a special card. First
Okay.
off, whenever a joker is drawn, everybody gets a Benny.
Oh, nice.
All of the NPC wild cards in play, all of the PC wild cards in play, and the game master, because the joker came up. Let's see. D'Artagnan got a raise, so he gets 2 cards. I like that you can deal the cards right here. Yeah. And he'll probably want to take the 5 because the 2 is a complication.
Yeah, I'll take the 5. How do
I did Aramis. I did Athos. I did D'Artagnan. Let me do my mercenary. Mercenary gets a writing check. Mercenary got a raise. So he gets 2. And he'll take that queen. All right, mercenary 4. Let's get his writing check in. He failed. He does not get a card this round. It won't let me remove that card. And then the last mercenary, he failed. He does not get a card this round. All right. Athos, you go first.
Is our fourth player ready? Did
Oh, do we have our fourth player? Let her choose a character, and she can join the chase.
It's loading right now.
Okay. We will
okay.
continue as soon as you're able to join us. I'll jump you right in. Um,
Thanks.
all right. Athos, you drew a joker this round, so you can have a close range attack at something. And get this, because you drew a joker, you get +2 to hit and +2 to damage.
Damn.
Nice. All right, so I want to make sure that I don't lose my three companions. Um, so
Yeah, you
I'm
guys are
also
all
keeping
you're.
that in mind as well as I'm writing. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and who is close? Am I? You said they were surrounding me.
They were, and you think of it as an abstract as riders catch up and drop back and
Okay.
weave down side streets and behind bushes and over things as you guys are. It's kind of chaotic. Right now, Mercenary 3 is closest to you. He presents,
Rapier range.
yes,
Okay.
rapier range. Now, normally there are special rules for fighting while riding, but as you guys are not experienced Savage Worlds players, I'm not piling on all the rules.
Oh, it did the
All right,
books. All right.
that is a. Were you stabbing him or the horse?
I'll go for him this time.
All right, that hits him. Do some damage. Oh, let me give that back to Porthos because Porthos doesn't want to use a Benny.
No, I'm just trying to get I need a map.
We
Oh,
right
there's
now we're
a map.
doing a chase and we're not on a map.
Okay, cool.
Yes, right now it's kind of abstract as that they're on a horse on horses being chased through the streets of Paris in the early morning fog, trying to escape.
Ooh, Paris.
Yes.
Pally.
All right. So I got.
Um,
It said that was crappy damage. Can I do a Benny to re-roll that?
yes, you can.
Okay. Boom. Now do I need to do the +2,
Yes,
or
you
is the
need to add the
Joker
plus
still gonna
two.
work?
No, the Joker bonus should still work.
It should still work. Okay. So
Yep.
that's better. That's better. Alrighty then. Benny well spent.
All right. You ride up on him and, with the expert precision of your deadly rapier, describe your kill.
All right. So see two of them fall down, and sort of as we're riding through this fog, the other four are still here. I sort of shake my head, sad that they're not getting the hint, and sort of swerve the horse and move the horse suddenly, jumping over a little bucket in the road and slash out. And before he even realizes it, his neck is just spewing blood as the rapier goes in and out as I ride away as he continues to bleed out.
All right. He will fall from the horse, no longer a part of the chase. D'Artagnan is next. D'Artagnan, you drew a 5, which puts you at long range. You're still falling back. Um, there are two mercenaries. Um, why did I not give? Oh, Porthos just joined. He will join the chase next round
That's fine.
if there is indeed still a chase. Uh, right now they're working through them. All right. It's a long range shot for you, D'Artagnan. If you want to pop one of these mercenaries, so it will be a -4.
Okay.
Actually,
Well, I'll
no.
give it.
What was your firearm?
There's not. I don't
Second
think
thing? Oh,
I didn't. I
you
don't
should
think
have
I even
had
looked.
one. Let me add that to you. You should have had a flintlock pistol, and
Uh,
if I didn't add it,
yeah,
however,
that
it's a single shot weapon. So if you've already had your shot, you've had your
I
shot.
haven't. I
He
haven't.
didn't take it. Yeah.
He did not.
Uh,
Somebody else shot,
It
didn't
was
they?
Aramis.
It was Aramis shot. So let me add that flintlock pistol to you. I forget. I apologize for putting that on there. Not
yeah.
putting that on there, but yeah.
There we go. So
But it will be at a -4. Although you guys are pretty decent shots as well.
so. Oh, did I need to
Ooh.
tell you? I was.
No, you need to make your
All
attack roll first, and well, we're going to let that not count.
right.
Um, what you can do is put the -4, and then you can drag your attack roll and drop it on the combat tracker
Yeah.
on one of the enemies that you want to attack.
So I'm gonna go with for number 4. Uh,
So,
You roll damage. You need to roll the die on the other side is your attack roll. Roll that.
oh, I'm okay. I'm rolling the wrong one.
Yeah.
Let me do this again. All right.
You missed. However, you might you if you wish, you can spend a Benny to redo that, or you can just take the miss. All right, go ahead. Let's see, D'Artagnan. Yeah,
There.
nice.
15 -4 is 11. Is still a hit with a raise. So click that plus damage die and do some damage.
All right. Now it's this one. 9.
He is shaken and has to make a riding check because he too is wearing some armor, and the musket ball um catches him and knocks him off balance. His riding check
Damn it.
is a success, and he stays in the saddle. Damn. He stands up and does riding tricks to show how unenthused he is about your shot.
Do a flip.
Aramis, it is your turn.
It is.
You got a 3, so you have dropped way back as well, and you've already taken your shot. Um, if you wish, because you're a musketeer, you may reload your pistol this round.
Okay, so what does the reload 3?
Reload 3. Normally, it would take 3 actions to reload, but because we're the Three Musketeers and we have dramatic license, and it's a
Okay.
chase and not a combat, and it's more abstract, I will allow you to spend this round reloading your pistol.
Okay, yeah, I think he would be doing that.
Now she shot a rifle last time. Is that the same thing? Or does it matter?
Uh,
It
I
doesn't
have
matter.
a musket, yeah.
Yeah, it is a long gun, but I will say because it's a long gun, it's going to take you still the same amount of time because.
Okay.
So you're reloading this round. I have one mercenary at long range. He has fallen way back. He's going to take his -4 shot, and he's going to shoot back at Aramis
Better me than anybody else.
and miss wildly. Nobody else can act this round because he did not get it good enough. All right. Let's see. We are on round. Oh, it's not tracking rounds. Round 4. Everybody make a writing skill check.
I swear, if Aramis does not roll well this time, I'm using a Benny.
That's what they're for.
Oops, that is not what I need. Where is it? How do I make a writing check?
Um,
If
on the second tab of your character sheet under
Uh,
skills, writing, it'll show a die. You can double click on that die to make the check.
why is, oh, double click. There we go.
Mhm. Or click and drag.
You're looking for a 4 or better. And so you were successful. D'Artagnan, you were not. Do you have any bennies left to spend?
Mm-hmm.
You do. Would you like to spend one or would you forego? All right. Reroll your writing check.
There we go.
That is a success. All right. Athos got a raise, so he gets 2 cards. I can't remember. I think it's the 2 queens. Let
Two
me.
queens, yes.
I wish it would let me
So I don't
remove the
want the
other
club.
cards.
I want the
Huh?
spade. Don't want the club. I want the spade. Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're going to go with the queen. All right. It won't let me remove cards from people. That sucks. Let's see. D'Artagnan got 1, and he just drew a
7.
7. Those are the.
Clubs are the bad ones.
Yep, and you got a 7. Aramis got a success, and he got a 5.
God.
This is not going to be a good round for
Aramis has
you guys.
not gotten a single good card this whole time.
And Porthos got a 5. Porthos. Suddenly, out of a side street, Porthos arrives.
Yay! I would have said the same
Wow.
thing.
And
Fresh and ready to ride.
Porthos drew a 10. Now, Mercenary 4 makes his writing check. If both my mercenaries failed this round, you will have gotten away.
Okay.
Nice.
There's a fail. Mercenary hanging in there. And he gets a 2. All right, Athos, you got the queen of spades, and you got a real clean shot on Mercenary 4. If you can take him out, this chase is over.
Now is he within rapier range, or could he be?
Yes, with your queen, he could be. You'll get a chance to move in and get a stab at him.
All right. So as Porthos comes riding in, I quickly rein back, drop back, and slash out at the mercenary. I keep forgetting to target them.
Good, because you can, just like D&D, you can grab that attack roll and drag it. And yeah,
And
only because this is a
mercenary.
chase, there is no map. All
Is
the
it
other
two?
fights will have maps.
Is it four?
That
Four
is
or blank?
a hit. Their parry is. Let me see here.
Is it four or blank that is still in
Their
the
parry is.
chase?
Hmm.
Is it mercenary by himself or mercenary four that's
It's
in the chase?
mercenary 4.
Okay. All right. So just for the sake of argument, there you go. So that's a hit.
Okay.
So then damage.
Do your damage.
Mercenary four.
You did not do enough damage to get through his armor. You can Benny that if you like.
So as I'm looking at his stuff in the combat tracker, um, attack 15, defense 10, damage 9 with a potion, toughness 6, shaken. Are any of those things actually there? I mean, is he shaken? Is it what am I looking at?
Oh, those no, those were let me clear those. Oh, across the top? No, those are just indicators that could be lit up. If he
Oh, I
was
see.
shaking, it would be
I see it
lit
now.
up
Okay,
like that.
gotcha. Okay, all right. So he blocks it away, but we're still able to keep riding through into the night paths.
Correct.
Why?
Porthos. Porthos got the 3 to 10. Um, Porthos. Actually, I'm going to say because you just rode in this round, with a 10, um, you can be at medium range from the one remaining mercenary and can shoot him
Ooh.
if you like.
With my musket?
Yep, at a -2. So put a -2
Minus
modifier in there.
two.
And then on your combat tab, you'll see your musket. The die on the left side is your attack roll, the die on the right side is your damage roll.
Okay. Mary
And
4.
you can drag it and drop it right on him. All right. When shooting, 4 is the number you were looking. You got a raise. Now,
Nice.
in the lower left corner, there's a little white die. Click it, and it'll light up.
Nice.
And then
Ooh.
drag your damage onto him.
Ooh. Wait. A little white die where?
Next to the modifier box in the lower left corner of the table.
Ooh. I can't see shit. Hang on. Okay. I see that. It's this particular color scheme is really hard.
Would you like me to change it up? I can.
Where am I taking this die to?
You're not. Just click on it and then it'll
Oh.
light up orange. The plus damage will light up. And then you can drag your damage.
Which
I
is
did not
what?
mean to do that.
The
Oh,
red
no,
die? No, the other one on the right side.
no. Yeah, it's the die on the right side from the musket.
Did it do what it was supposed to do?
It did not, but you blew him away.
19
He is.
damage. Nice.
What?
Pew!
A part of his
Yeah.
midsection disappears from a blast in a musket ball, and he kind of slides from the horse. You guys have
Goodbye.
escaped the mercenary thugs, and you ride on through the morning, and near dusk, you approach the coastal town of Jep as you ride down out of the hills and into
Yep,
the
yep, yep.
darkening town. I will take notice checks from everybody.
Ooh.
Let's see.
That -2
Oh, I
doesn't should not apply because
yeah,
you.
I accidentally hit that running button.
That's fine. So that's a 9. That's with a raise. All right. Give me a sec. All right. As you guys approach the docks, um, Aramis, you notice um, a mysterious cloaked figure watching the street from a rooftop near the docks. It appears that the docks are watched. You can see your boat out there.
Did I say something wrong?
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
You can see the boat out there, but you managed to notice that the docks are being watched. Do you guys wish to try to sneak aboard your boat? Or do you want to be bold about it? Or do you want to come up with another plan?
Hmm,
Looking at the buildings and stuff, how plausible would it be for one or two of us to
Get
go
up there.
behind that building and climb up onto the roof and try to take out the watchman?
Make me a smarts check.
I like the names of these different checks. Those are pretty funny.
Hmm.
Yeah, they. Um, I'll let everybody else give me a smarts check.
Here we go.
Where
Nice.
is the smart tech?
Smarts
We're
is one
still
of your
running.
ability
God,
scores. It's on the
how
second
do I
page.
turn off the running?
I have to here,
Eh,
let me
I fucked
cycle the round. The
everything
running
up.
is off.
Okay, I fucked everything up by doing
Uh
that. It's fine.
All right, it should be off now. I had to cycle the turn
Oh,
because yeah,
D'Artagnan.
it lasts for the remainder of your turn. Uh,
Found it. Found
all
it.
right. It occurs to you that sneaking up on him probably wouldn't be hard if he's alone.
Mm.
Uh, I say we just sneak on board our ship. We can do it.
Would it not be a good idea to make some sort of distraction so that
There's
it's
an
easier
idea.
to
Good
sneak?
idea. Way to go, Aramis.
Yeah, Aramis is good at smarts. So he's like doesn't know how to make a distraction, but he knows that it would be a good idea if anybody else has ideas.
Doth thou see a powder keg anywhere that we can shoot?
I
Gonna
don't
blow
know.
up the town.
Does one see a powder keg somewhere nearby that somebody could shoot? I
Um,
wonder.
I
Hmm.
mean,
Is there like
is
an
that some?
abandoned building we could set on fire or something that wouldn't quite
Hmm.
be as
No, this is a
destructive?
wooden town in the 18th century. It would probably burn the whole damn town down.
Yeah,
Okay,
here we go.
okay.
I'm making a notice check to see if I notice if there's
Oh yeah.
anything that we can shoot that will cause an explosion, like a powder keg.
Now, is
I
this
will.
where we're able
I
to
will
use a
only
Benny for that?
say, perhaps there could be,
Can I spend a
but
penny to say that there is actually a powder keg there somewhere?
I think you can.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then.
Hey, look at that powder keg over
Wow!
there.
Hey, look, guys.
Woo!
I think
Somebody
Jingo was
shoot it.
hinting towards that this whole time, and we did not pick that up.
Yes, convince me. All right, there's a powder keg there. It's sitting out on a dock near some boxes and piles of rope. Um, but yeah, there's a powder keg.
Okay.
Ooh,
It'll
who's
All right.
take a
no
So
shoot.
shot?
So
It'll take a successful shooting roll to shoot it.
we will ditch the
mm,
horses, and then when we're ready to go, I only have a pistol. Perhaps one of
uh,
you with the
I
rifles.
I have a D10 for shooting. Is anybody better than I am?
I think you're the best shot.
Okay, I think Aramis is going to once we have our horses where they're supposed to go, once everybody's ready to kind of head over to the docks. I think Aramis is gonna try shooting at that powder keg.
Woo!
Let's see. Oh,
Bang, boom. It's a powder keg. It's not moving. It wasn't hard to hit. You hit it, and it sends rope, and it just so happened that that crate was full of something liquid, and so there's this great big explosion as you blow up 1,000
oh,
bottles of
nice.
wine.
Oh my god.
Wine?
Hope somebody didn't need that.
I was hoping it was nitro. That would make a bigger boom. But all
I
right, wine is
mean,
cool.
wine is still alcohol. It's
Ah,
flammable.
nice job.
No, it has to be over it has to be over
That's
100
true.
proof
That's
to be
true.
flammable. So it's not,
True.
but man, it smells like mulled wine now and gunpowder. But
Quick,
it
quick
is
gun.
a perfect distraction for you guys to scuttle down the dock and push out.
Woohoo!
And let's
Woo.
see.
Away we go.
We are at 7. We have what, an hour left? Do we want to take a 5-minute break or do we want to keep going?
I'm good to keep going. We only have an
Ah,
hour, so
I'm
yeah.
good to go.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Since I
Then
came in
let
late.
us continue.
so I'm gonna shed a little tear for all the wasted wine.
You big baby.
It was French wine too.
Aramis is over here checking to make sure that none of it got on his clothes. We're good. We're good. No fashion emergencies
The
today.
voyage across the channel is uneventful, and on the morning you arrive safely in London. You must now locate and gain an audience with the Duke of Buckingham, to try to convince him to give you these diamonds. Where will you look for him first?
Mm.
He could be at the Tower of London on official business. He could be at the palace visiting the king. He has his own estate, and there is also a gentleman's club that he frequents.
Oh,
He's probably
oh,
at the gentleman's club. Wait a minute. What time of day
probably.
is
No,
it?
it's early morning.
No, not at the gentleman's club. Probably at
um,
his home, maybe.
well, if
Getting
he's not
ready
at
to
his
go
home, we
somewhere.
could definitely ask one of the serving staff or something.
Ooh, where he went. Good
Yeah,
call.
they would probably know.
And I take
So,
it you guys have your cloaks turned about so that you don't have the bright blue fleur de lis
yeah.
showing as you walk around the streets of London.
Of
Yeah,
Okay.
course we
probably
do.
not going to be drawing that attention.
Not.
I mean,
Look,
and Aramis is only here temporarily, so,
yeah.
don't want to flash that everywhere.
Right?
All right. So, what will it be? You want to go to his house first? His estate?
The
If it's
estate
early
is
morning, then
probably
yes, that would make more
the
sense.
safest bet.
We'll head to
All
the
right.
estate.
You make your way through the foggy, slick streets of London, and as you approach the Buckingham estate, you notice quite prominently several soldiers dressed in the red livery of the Beefeaters, the King's Royal Guard,
Oh,
here at Buckingham Estate. And as you roll up, you can see that the gate is open, and there are servants and porters carrying, you know, pushing carts or carrying parcels and going in. And as you go up, the one of the one of the beefeaters will come over with his, his pike in hand, his ceremonial pike, and say, "State your business, gentlemen."
hello,
Well,
good sir. We request an audience with what was his name? I forgot his name.
The
Uh,
The
Duke
Duke.
the
of
Duke.
Buckingham.
We request an audience with the Duke of Buckingham. We have very important matters to discuss with him.
He will look at you. Give me a persuasion roll. Let's see how swayed he is by your glibness.
And I actually do have a ability, charismatic, that lets me get
Oh,
a free
yes.
reroll on persuasion
Yes,
rolls.
you do. Thank you for noticing that.
So, do you want me to roll that twice?
Roll it the first time, and let's see if you're successful.
No.
You are not, but you
Yeah.
get a free reroll.
Let's try that again. There we go.
That is a success with a raise. He will look at you and he'll say, "And what is this about?"
Ah,
This is
important state matters.
And he'll look at you and he's like, "Do I detect a French accent there, sir?"
Are we
Hmm,
are we
I see.
supposed Yeah.
Wait here. And he will go back and he will grab one of the servants going by and lean in and whisper to him, and you know the boy will set down his parcel and go running off. And a few minutes later, a, a stuffy looking older woman, tall, kind of slender, wearing black hair up in a bun, kind of severe, you know will come out and look you up and down and say, "And what is this important business that you wish to discuss with the Duke? He is a very busy man. He is in preparation for the King's masquerade this evening."
Oh god. Um, I'm not very good with role playing. Bonjour, madame.
You don't have to be good at it.
Yeah.
Just have fun
Uh,
with it.
I think Aramis is trying to be polite but vague. Like basically just, saying it's like business matters and, you know,
Do you have
okay.
credentials? Do you have a reference?
Oh fuck, do we? I don't know.
No, you have nothing.
Um,
So I'm going to step up and say, Madam, you appear to be one who has control and charge. You, of all persons, must know that some business matters are too personal to discuss
Oh.
other than with the Duke himself.
Oh,
Make
I
me
like
your
her.
choice a persuasion roll, or if you have intimidation, an intimidation roll.
Ooh, let's try an intimidation roll.
Look at you.
Wow.
She will like kind of like you just go off and you're like almost blowing her hair back as you put her on blast, and she'll say, um, I understand this must be very important. However, I am under strict instructions not to disturb the Duke during the preparations for his party. Perhaps,
Oh.
if you want to
Yes,
talk to him, being at the masquerade would probably be your best option.
I love a good masquerade.
However, we're supposed to get our stuff before the masquerade, right?
No, this is the Duke is having them. Let me clarify. The party that is being held in France is in 2 weeks. You have plenty of time to age
Ah.
because you've only been gone a day. No, the Duke of Buckingham is having a masquerade for the King of England at his house this evening. And if you wish to speak to the Duke of Buckingham, you must secure yourself an invite to this masquerade or otherwise find your way in.
All right, let us intimidate the lady just a little bit further.
See if
Well
she
Well,
can
then,
get us tickets.
well then,
no, the
madam.
intimidation got you all of this information.
Nice. Okay.
But no, she does not write the guest list. She cannot get you an invitation. She is not invited. This is
Oh.
nobility and royalty. This is a very
Oh.
serious affair. The king will be in attendance.
Oh.
And
Who
pardon,
did
good
we get an
madam.
invitation from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Aramis.
Oh
Be
no.
polite.
You're Oh no, it's and pardon madam, who might be in charge of said guest list that we might persuade.
That would be the Duke.
Wait, so in order to talk to the Duke, we have to get to this masquerade, but in order to get to the masquerade, we have to talk to the Duke to get invites to the masquerade?
Or you have to find someone else that can get you
Ooh,
in, or find
I
an invite somewhere else. She's not offering this information, but you guys, your
okay.
challenge is to figure out how you're going to get into the masquerade to talk to the Duke of Buckingham.
So would I
This
know the
is
Does
this is
Well,
he
your
nobility,
need
challenge.
servants? Do you need servants for
yeah,
this masquerade?
for sure. The serving staff, yeah.
or do we know of nobility that would be going to it that we could
That we
attach
might
ourselves
I,
already
to?
have
I don't
rapport
know.
with.
Do you
Do
know
you?
somebody in town that might have an invitation that they could get you in?
Mm.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Athos. Let me look at Athos's bio here real quick.
Luckily, Athos just happens to be friends with a noble that lives in town, and
I also have hidden stash. I don't know if that's considered mundane or not, but
what does that
Hmm?
do?
A hidden stash is a pretty powerful card. All right, Athos, you are able to call upon a friend of yours who is unable to attend tonight, and he will get you his invite. It has a +1, so you can bring one other person with you.
Nice.
Oh,
You also need a costume. It is a masquerade.
Ooh,
And it's not so
shopping.
much acquiring a costume as you just have to tell me what your costume is. But
Oh,
Athos has acquired, has pulled some strings and has got an invitation that will get two people in.
Ooh,
Now,
maybe
what are the
I
other
can
two?
pull.
Whose idea was it to join the wait staff or the
It was
staff?
mine,
yeah.
but maybe Porthos can. Where is the madam currently located? Mm,
Madame Bonacieux.
yeah.
Um, oh,
Maybe she
she
could
is
fit.
she is conveniently not available at the moment because nobody chose her.
Well,
Yeah.
fine.
He had some
She's
skills
my
that might have been
mistress,
help.
but dang. Okay. All right.
Sucks
Wait
for
staff
those.
it
Didn't
is.
pay enough attention to her.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can persuade somebody to let you be among the servants. I'll take a persuasion roll or an intimidation roll if you have that.
Uh, uh,
Okay.
hold on.
Can one of the other three dress in drag and go as
So there's
I remember.
always the option of sneaking in.
I
All
remember
right,
seeing a
Porthos,
Three
you
Musketeer
can
movie where
easily.
they did that.
Yep,
Uh,
this is vaguely based on. Well, this is based on the book, but I'm sure they've done variations on this scene in the movies many times.
it had
And
that French actor in it with the long brown hair.
Gerard Depardieu,
Yeah, he was one
yeah,
of the Three Musketeers.
I've
And I
seen
think
that
they
one.
had him dressed as a woman to sneak him in.
Yes,
Uh,
I have run this scenario 4 different times, and every
Nice.
time the masquerade has gone down completely different.
so,
That's just how it is.
what
Um.
one of the cards I have is contact. Your
Ooh.
Oh well, I'll throw
your
that out
hero
there if you
finds a
want to.
friend or acquaintance who helps him in his current situation.
You want to play that card?
Yes.
Throw it down.
Do
Just
it. Just
drag it
drag
into
it.
the chat.
that's
Yep.
right.
Boom. All right. You are able to secure yourself an invite. So you now have 3 invites, and Porthos
And Porthos is
has
in
gotten
waiting.
himself a serving gig. All right.
Awesome.
Look at
Nice.
us. Well, obviously, three of us are
Nobody
going
had to
to
dress in
shopping.
drag.
Well, there's still time. It's a masquerade. Your face is going to be covered up. They don't have to know who you are.
All right. Now I need to know, D'Artagnan, what are you going disguise? What is your masquerade mask?
Uh, it's just something that's going to cover my face, right?
Yep. Just think of a classic masquerade. It's usually fancy Regency clothes and some sort of elaborate mask.
A peacock.
I was thinking owl.
Hmm,
Right,
no,
so
good choice.
D'Artagnan has an owl mask. Porthos, you are dressed as a waitstaff.
Yep.
Athos, how are you dressed?
It's a fox.
As a
Cool.
fox. And
Nice.
Aramis as his buddy companion on the invite. How are you
Mhm.
dressed?
I think Aramis is going to, I don't know, like a raven mask.
Ooh.
Okay,
Oh.
cool. All right. You arrive at the party. All of your invitations are legitimate, so no forgery checks need to be made. Nobody had to step in uh, or sneak in. Um,
Well, Porthos did, but nope.
you you will find the Duke's estate is rather elaborate. Um, the party spills out over several rooms and into an elegant garden. Um, everybody is wearing masks. So, how
Except
are
for
you going to
Porthos.
figure out who the Duke is?
Oh, Aramis immediately goes to like the servants and the waitstaff because they have the good gossip. Like
Just,
if something happens, they're the first ones to talk about it. So I think Aramis is going to find like the nearest person serving food or something and
Okay.
ask them about what the Duke's costume might
ooh,
be.
Okay. Hold that thought. I'm going to ask everybody else what they are doing, and then we'll come back around and resolve everybody's thing. Athos, what do you want to do at the party?
So,
Now, I think there are 2 of you. One of you has a drown his sorrows hindrance.
hmm
The other one has a wine, women, and song hindrance. I'll need the people with those 2 hindrances to make me a spirit check
how
now.
do we look?
Look
The
on your hindrances. It's
The
on
main page.
the main
main
page.
page. Loyal, overconfident, stubborn. So it's not
Yeah.
me.
Yep. It's Athos drowns his sorrows.
Women in song. I have wine, women in song.
All right. I need you to make a spirit check.
Spirit check. Okay. Is that on the second page?
No, it's your attribute. Yeah, it is on the second page.
All right. Spirit, 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 spirit. There you are.
You
Nice.
both resist your temptation.
Yay. Thank
Athos,
God.
you pass a bottle of wine and you start getting melancholy, and you could just sink into that divan over there and drown your sorrows in the bottle. But you got to save the queen, damn it.
So,
And
Porthos, did you want to stay as a servant, or did you want us to sneak you in a
Oh
costume?
yeah,
he
you
he
should have
is he
forgotten.
is already in as a servant.
I will
So
stay as a servant. This is a
Okay.
really cool gig. Yeah. Liking this.
So
As long
remind
as
me
he can
again,
sneak some
does the
food.
Duke is the Duke is the one having the affair with the Queen?
the
And
Duke is the one having the affair with the queen, and she
okay,
gave him the diamonds that were given her by her husband, the King of France.
okay,
And if you don't get these diamonds back, it's going to be bad.
all right. So as
There's
Ooh,
going
far
to be a
as
King of
scandal
France must
between the
kill
Queen
somebody.
and the Duke of Buckingham, and almost
I mean,
certainly war with England.
would I have
we
ever
could always
met the
just skip
Duke?
town.
You probably would have met the Duke. You have all met the Duke.
Okay,
We can recognize his voice.
You
so
could if you got close. Aramis is talking with the waitstaff. Athos, how do you wish to go about this?
I'm going to try to find like a balcony or some railing that's overlooking the party, and I'm going to watch from up there and try to get a better view using uh,
Vantage,
just
a good. You're looking for a good vantage point. All right,
right.
Porthos, from your position as the wait staff, you uniquely have access to the back corridors and areas of the house that the guests are not allowed in. Just as a
Yes, I
note,
do. Yep.
um, Porthos, what do you intend to do? What is your plan right now?
My plan right now is to kind of, duck back and forth between those unobscure corridors and the people, seeing if I can hear the voice of the Duke somewhere.
Okay, so you're kind of lurking in the back passages, hoping to run into him there. And D'Artagnan, what are you doing? Did we lose
Oh,
D'Artagnan? Oh, here he is.
no, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Just didn't recognize his name, I
I,
bet.
um, I guess I'm going to walk around doing the same thing, listening to see if I recognize his voice. But out
Okay,
in the
out in
where
the
everything.
crowd.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back around to Aramis. You went to talk to the wait staff. Give me either a persuasion or an intimidation roll. Or did you already give me that? No, you didn't.
No.
Uh, All right. What you can get from the wait staff is that the Duke was very secretive about what his costume was going to be, but everybody knows that the king is his special guest, and the king always wears a lion mask. And
Oh.
if you can find the king, the
We'll be
Duke will
doing that
probably
too.
be one of the people near him. That's
Gotcha.
what you find out. Athos, you went looking for a high vantage point. Make me a notice check.
Ay, caramba, konnichiwa.
Mhm.
You notice, Athos, that indeed, standing out in the garden near the entrance to the main room is a rather tall gentleman wearing a lion mask, and he's flanked by two very, very large, very muscular gentlemen wearing fish masks, matching fish masks.
Ooh,
And
That's kind of
security.
they
fishy.
they are talking to a lady and a gentleman dressed as a duck and a swan. This is what you see from up there. Porthos, you are lurking in the back areas. Make me a stealth check.
Ooh, stealth check. Oh yeah, baby.
Woo.
You're looking around and you happen to come across a study, and the door is open, and um there's a fire burning in there. It looks like somebody was in here recently.
Ooh. Do I see diamonds? I
Make
know that's
me
too easy, but do I see diamonds?
make me a notice check.
I mean, if she does find them, then even if we don't convince the Duke, we
That
still
is
got them.
not a success. Would you like to spend a penny for a reroll?
Yes, yes, I would.
Yeah, grab one of your poker chips from the top and drop it in the chat
There
and
we go.
reroll. I think Porthos, one of you. Let me look.
I have a thing that gives me a plus when I use a Benny.
Oh, Elan, yeah, that's you.
Hmm.
So yeah, that gets you a +2. So that's a 7 on your notice check. That is a success. Um, there is a small wall safe. However,
Ooh.
it will require a key or the thievery skill to open. And I don't know if any of you have that skill. Madame Bonacieux did.
Rip.
Damn, I should have picked a madam. I tossed and turned between the two. I really did.
She also has poison.
Hmm.
She was
Aw.
actually one of the
Throwing
scariest of the
knives.
5 characters. She was truly the scariest because she had some things. But anyways, you're certain that that's probably where the diamonds are. But the
Okay.
Duke probably has the key.
I gotta find the Duke. I'm a servant. I might be able to swipe the key.
D'Artagnan, you are weaving through the crowd. Make me a notice check. You could have sworn you heard a voice that you recognized, a female voice, the
Ooh.
voice of the Comtesse de Winter, one of your arch enemies,
Oh.
a foul poisoning wench. You heard her voice. She is here at the party, which cannot be a
Oh,
good thing.
damn.
And she has been known to consort with Cardinal Richelieu from time to time.
Okay.
So, D'Artagnan, you were able to uncover that you have an enemy in your midst. Um, Now, are you guys going to rendezvous to share information?
I think so. I think we should.
Yeah, I think we should
Yes.
have talked about that before we like set off and did our
It
stuff. But like, yeah, I think we
works out.
probably at some
All
point
right.
set up like
So
a
now,
rendezvous
now,
point.
now you know a few things. What's your plan?
It should not be too hard to find a lion mask.
In
So,
fact, when you get back together, Athos saw it.
yeah.
He knows where he was. He was last seen in the garden.
And there's a safe in the study, y'all. I'm pretty sure the diamonds are there.
It is good to know.
Anybody else here see anything? Hint, hint.
Hint, hint.
Anybody?
Uh,
D'Artagnan, her the
whatever her
Comtesse de
name was,
Winter. The Comtesse de
whatever.
Winter.
Yeah, that person. She's here.
Oh, that
do
evil wench.
do the rest of us have beef with her, or is it
You
specifically
all have beef
D'Artagnan?
with her. Yeah, she
Okay.
yeah, I believe she poisoned one of the musketeers at one point and almost killed him.
I'm like, that
That's
evil
great.
wench.
Yeah,
What is she doing here?
she is one of the main evil bad guys of the book.
Oh, so she's one of the other people in
She's
this
one
book that
of
have
the
wild
villains.
dice. Yeah.
Yes, she is absolutely a wild card.
Well,
I believe the Duke is wearing a duck mask and his wife is wearing the swan mask.
mm,
I do not know if one of us can get close to him. Maybe Aramis, you are the silver tongue amongst us. If we can get him, just pull him away for a moment and explain that what the king is doing to the queen, I'm sure he would be willing to give us the diamonds.
yes, and perhaps if that fails, I believe Porthos would be most suited to telling the Duke what would happen if word got out of
Let me
his
aid you in
affairs.
your quest to talk to the Duke. I will come and serve drinks to the Duchess so that maybe you
Mm,
can separate the Duke from the Duchess. Huh?
So you're going to
okay,
go up
okay.
there. All right. Then what I need from you, Porthos, as a distraction, is a persuasion roll to persuade the lady that she needs to come and have a glass of a bubbly. And Aramis,
Champagne, yes.
um,
Now, can
What
I
the
use my
fuck?
hidden stash to give Porthos some drugs to make her sleepy or something?
Oh,
oh, you just remembered you had a hidden sleeping capsule. If you want to play that card,
Wow. I like that.
that's
you
cool.
you just happen to have a packet of sleeping powder. Porthos slips it into the wine, gives it to the lady who, after a moment, feels she needs to go lie down for a moment, and she will leave the party.
Oh,
All right, Aramis, as you approach, um, you can see the two big burly guys in the fish masks. As you start coming towards what you assume is the Duke and the King, kind of nonchalantly move to position themselves between you and them.
mm.
Oh, maybe it's a trick. Maybe the king is really the duck.
Oh.
Ugh.
So,
Well, the duck and the lion were standing next to each other. As you
Okay.
were approaching those two, these guys kind of moved into your way.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
shit, I'm trying to think. Because we've met the Duke before, so he would
You would
know
recognize his voice, and
know
you're
us.
pretty sure the duck mask guy is approximately the same size and build as the duck, as the Duke, the duck Duke,
The
the
duck
Duke,
duke. The
Duke
dookie
duck.
duck.
The duck. um, I'm trying to think of. Is there
I
something
offer
I can
one of the
do to
fishy
like?
guys a drink because I'm still wandering in the area with drinks.
Yeah, she's still got these laced beverages.
I don't know if this one is laced, but hey,
Mm,
I'm still offering a drink to the
I
fishy
No,
mean,
guy.
hey,
they,
worst case scenario, you could spill a drink on
they
somebody.
make me a persuasion roll,
Okay.
Porthos. You are going to need a raise on this roll in order to convince them to get a drink. Oh
Oh,
my word!
I mean,
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! It's like
good job, Porthos.
you get them
Woo!
both to drink the laced wine, and pretty soon, after a couple of sips, you see the two of them. They're big and burly, so the wine isn't going to make them pass out, but they're definitely a little distracted right now, and
Great.
so
Aramis, now's your
uh,
time to get to the
I think,
Duke.
you can slide right around the
yeah.
two of them as they're slurping this drugged wine, and you roll up on Mr. Duck and Mr. Lion.
Mm.
And Mr. Duck and Mr. Lion will turn towards you. And Mr. Duck, in the Duke of Buckingham's voice, will say, "Good evening. I trust you are enjoying the festivities. Nice mask."
Ah, thank you very much, good sir. This is truly a wonderful party you have put on. Actually, if I might have a word with you. And
Oh,
Aramis is, you know, kind of gesturing to maybe get a little bit away from the lion because if the lion overhears this kind of stuff, that also might cause scandal.
Yes, it could. All right. Make me another persuasion roll there, Miss Silvertongue.
Oh, okay, okay, we got this. We got this.
nice. Woo!
The D10 failed me, but the D6 did not.
Just at this moment, Madame Bonacieux, wearing a daisy mask and a very low cut dress, with assets pushed up, walks by, and the king
God.
is temporarily distracted.
Oh, good. Yay, the king is temporarily distracted.
And so, yes, that
That
was
awful
partially
wench
as
is
a
good for
result of your.
something.
And he will say, "Aramis, is that you?
It
What are
is.
you doing here?"
Well, that is a good question, but unfortunately I am here for business and not play. Uh,
Do
it
tell.
it seems that there is threat of light coming to certain affairs. I
His
say,
face gets all serious.
mm-hmm. And it would be most prudent of us to uh, maybe temporarily, maybe permanently return a certain gift that you may have been
Given.
bestowed.
Ah, I see.
Mm.
Yes, yes, yes. I see. I think I can do that. Please, um, come with me.
Mhm.
And
Lead the way.
he will turn and say, "Monsieur Lion, if you will excuse me, I have business to attend." And he will take you to the study. And from
Yeah,
inside his waistcoat, he will produce a rather elaborate key and unlock it and take out a beautiful diamond necklace and
great.
say, "Give Her Majesty my regards and
Porthos is
That would
keeping
Godspeed."
an
be
eye on the madam, by the way, making sure
Uh,
she's not tailing Aramis and the Duke.
You're talking about the Contessa, right?
Oh,
yeah,
Countess, whatever her name
all
is.
you haven't seen her. He heard her
Oh.
voice. She is here,
Mm.
but everybody's in disguise. So you don't know who it was. You just know that she was here.
Okay.
Now that was Madame Bonacieux, your ally, who showed up for just a moment to help out because
Well,
Oh,
hey.
she
okay.
is in the vicinity and will
Of course
occasionally
I
show up to do
recognized
things.
her voice.
Mhm.
Duh.
Not
Well, hey, Aramis has the Duke, and the Duke might know what the Contessa is dressed up like because he's the Duke and has his thing. So Aramis is gonna ask.
he does
Has
not.
oh,
The guests, other than the lion, which he will confidently
yeah,
tell you, and you had guessed right, is the King of England. Other than
nice.
that, and his wife, he doesn't know who any of the
Mm.
guests are,
All
and
right.
he doesn't know this Comtesse de Winter.
Oh, okay.
And as I typed, I'm watching, just keeping watch, and if anybody starts going toward the study, I will intercept them and try to distract them,
Nope.
pull them back to the
At
study.
this point, you
Good job.
guys have secured the diamonds from the Duke. You infiltrated the masquerade, and now it is time to flee for Paris.
Woo! Yay.
You have succeeded. You have
Nice.
acquired the diamonds at this point.
Yes. Go Musketeers.
Woo! Look at us. I thoroughly enjoyed just saying affair as many times as possible throughout that entire thing.
I enjoyed giving drugs to people.
Oh my god, yeah, right? And Athos out
just
there
some
with the
more.
perfectly, oh, hey, you want some drugs to give to people? And you're like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sleeping powders. All right, give me a moment because let's see. Remove some crap from the. Remove that. Give me a moment to set this up.
Okay.
All right. You return to your ship, and the return to France is uneventful
Until dot dot dot.
Whoa.
until.
Aramis. Wow.
Give me a second here. Pull up a map.
Bum, bum, bum.
I mean, to be fair,
Bum, bum,
it's to be
bum.
expected because we haven't had an actual combat yet,
Yeah, this is
and
going to be the
so
fight.
so
There,
this is
you
gonna
knew
be
there.
the actual
It's
combat.
it's going to end with a fight. It always does. You return to England, or you return to France. You ride back to Paris, and again, it is in the late evening. And as you let me put these guys on the map.
Dun, dun, dun.
I do it like Belt from bum, bum, bum. Hands.
Let me add you to the map.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
As you're coming back through the streets of Paris,
That's what.
and you come around a corner, standing there in the road
Ooh.
are eight of Cardinal Richelieu's men, as you can recognize by their red cloaks, and standing in front of them in black leathers and black hair and an evil smile is the Comtesse de
Contessa.
Winter.
God
Yes.
damn.
That evil bitch.
And she will
Should have
say,
fucking poisoned her at the party.
Should have,
and
yes.
she will say, and here the Musketeers thought they were going to win. No, I think not. If you give us over the diamonds now, I shall assure you your death will be swift, and I may even arrange to have you buried in holy ground. What say you?
Unfortunately, Countess,
give
I
her the
do not
finger.
know what diamonds you are referring to. We are simply walking along this road.
I
Whatever that.
say die, you evil wench. Because
I give
I
her
hold
the
no
equivalent,
punches.
whatever the finger was for that
Uh,
time period.
oh yeah, he just kind of turns around and like gestures at his butt, like,
Half of them draw their rapiers, the other half draw pistols. And we fight. Let's deal cards. Porthos
Woo!
gets an ace. He starts,
hey,
Woo!
and you go first.
Nice.
And
All
here
right.
I'm going to share something with you
That's
guys real
one.
quick. Just something that you should have. Get
So
it?
you said if we have skills that give us, or powers that give us edges, rather, give us
Initiative bonuses. Yes,
extras. Yeah.
they
Okay.
factor in. Yes.
Do we?
Now I just shared situational rules with you. If you page through those, there are a lot of things in there that are like things that you can do in combat, like pushing, grappling. It's all explained there, and each one links to the rule and explains how that works. So if you guys want to get creative, this is a game where it can go way beyond just I attack, I do damage. Get crazy. Think of the kind of crap action movies. Think of the kind of crap Three Musketeer movies pull, and try pulling some of that. Porthos, you're first.
Um,
Woo.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot this woman in her head. Wait a minute. What's my distance on this thing?
Would there
Range
be
10, 20,
detrimental
40.
effects if we happen to kill her?
No.
Okay,
How?
cool. Nice.
Whoa,
In
where's
the
my
book,
move?
she dies eventually. All right. The way range works is your range is 15. The musket range is 10, 20, 40. Out to 10 squares, there is no penalty. From
Okay.
11 to 20 squares, you take a -2. And from 21 to 40, you take a -4. You cannot shoot beyond that range.
Okay, do I have a specific movement?
You, your pace is
Yeah.
6, so
Okay.
you can move 6 squares. If you wish to make multiple actions in a round, like attack with each hand, or attack and do something else, or run, which is another option. You can take multiple actions, but you have to declare them all before you do any of them because there are penalties for multi actions. If you wish to run, there's a run button down there that you would click, and it will add. Damn, I have hiccups, and it will add to your pace and give you a total that you can move this round if you wish to run.
So I'm just gonna move my six, is it? One, two, three,
Yep.
four, five, six. And then I'm gonna shoot at her.
All right, she's in close range now.
Yeah! Let me find my gun. Alrighty, double click and fire. Shoot the evil
Nice.
wench in the head. Shoot her!
Nice.
Are we mounted or on foot?
No, you're on foot at this point.
Okay.
Being mounted would be too complicated, and with our limited time left, this combat shouldn't take long. Um,
Alrighty.
yeah, Savage Worlds combats are pretty fast. All right, you hit her with a raise. So click.
Oh, wait, what am I
Yep.
doing?
Oh, you did it right.
Okay.
And she is shaken. You can Benny for better damage if you'd like.
Ooh, let me do that. Do this. And in the combat tracker or the chat?
Drag it into the chat.
Okay. Alright, and then do damage again?
Remember to click your plus die
There
for
we go.
the
Plus
raise.
die. There we go.
Oh, same
Uh,
result. All right.
different dice.
That's all right
same
though.
thing.
She's still shaking.
She is shaken. Absolutely.
Cut the head off the snake. Everything else will go away. Right? That's my theory.
I mean, maybe.
Hold on. It didn't deal everybody cards. So let me.
Oh.
I'm going to let you have that free turn. And now I'm going to deal so everybody's actually on the combat tracker.
Whoa.
So, for my thing, it automatically chooses the best one, correct?
The card, yes, it automatically chooses the best
Okay.
one.
I wanted to make sure.
All right. Now,
Oh no, that's all right. It puts me at the bottom behind all the cardinals. Yeah, baby.
so because I messed it up, now we start. I'm giving Porthos that free shot. Athos, you're first with a king.
And I'm sorry, what did you say our speed was?
Your speed, I think your speed is 6. You can move 6 squares.
Okay.
If you choose to run, you get to roll a d6 and add it. Well, if you click the run button, it will automatically roll the d6 for you if you choose to do that.
All right, so I'm going to move, run up.
Okay.
Trying to use this statue as some sort of cover. You said some of them have muskets, some of them have
They all
rapiers,
have flintlock pistols and rapiers.
pistols. Okay.
4 of them drew their rapiers, 4 of them drew pistols. Bear in mind, this is the era of one and done. When you shoot your pistol, don't expect to get another shot in the same combat. You
Hmm.
know, fire and forget. All right, so you move over to there,
All right, so can I
gain a
just
little bit
use
of cover
my?
behind the statue.
I want to let them approach. Is there a way to double move? Use my action to move again, or is that just what the
No,
run does?
um, that's just what the run die does. If you click the run die, it'll add a d6 to your pace of 6 for, and that's all right. So you can have, I would say, let's see, why is your pace only 5? Your pace should not be 5.
So does that give me a total of 8 more or 3 more?
Yeah, for whatever reason, it's counting encumbered. So your total main is 9, so you get 3 more.
All right, yeah. So I'm just gonna move up behind this statue and put my duck down behind, using the steps and the statue as cover. And I'm gonna wait for them to move up. Am I? Can I then do an aim action
Aim,
as
aim. You can only aim if you don't move in around.
if you don't move at all? Okay.
If you don't
All right.
move at all, yes. Aramis,
Okay. Um, um, First off, which square am I supposed to be in?
there
Okay.
we go. I just
I'm
hastily
like
grabbed you
wanted to make
guys
sure.
onto the map. Now, I don't require that you guys be in exact squares. However, if for whatever reason I put an area effect out there and you, even part of you, is in one of the squares that's in the area effect, I consider you to be in that area effect. But that also applies to NPCs. If
Yeah.
you're in multiple squares and one of them gets hit by the area effect, you get it. So, what would you
Gotcha.
like to do?
Speaking of areas of effect, I'm wondering if there might be like, like a pot of flour on like a ledge or something that I can shoot to like uh give us cover that might distract the enemies or make it hard for them to see or
I
something.
don't know. Convince me.
Um I mean, they're
Okay.
right next to the
Yeah.
baker and
Yep.
there's
Yep.
okay. Um
There's a big barrel of flour sitting on, you know, on the sidewalk right there. And if you,
yeah.
it might make a great big old cloud if you shot it.
Oh, you know what? I
You
think
only need a
Aramis.
4 to hit it.
Yeah, Aramis is going to okay. So I can move my 4 and then take a shot, correct?
Actually, I don't know why it says you're. I turned off encumbrance. I don't know why it's still counting your encumbrance. Give me a second here. Let's see.
It is supposed to be a 6, I'm guessing.
It is supposed to be a 6. Yeah, I don't know. It's bugging, and I don't know how to fix it. But
Well,
yeah, it's supposed to be a 6.
okay. I will. So I can move and then shoot, correct?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I think Aramis is going to do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and get next to
That'll
Porthos.
put you close to that barrel.
And then he wants a shooting roll.
Yep, just a shooting roll.
Right. Don't fail me.
Or is it? Now, this is what I want. Here, let me do this. The barrel explodes. That square blocks line of sight. I mean that bubble blocks line of sight. If you had
Yikes.
gotten a raise on the shooting roll, it would have been a larger spot. But you did provide some cover.
Yeah.
D'Artagnan.
Mhm. I guess that's me, right?
Yes, sir. And I will let you guys know if you can take out or otherwise neutralize the Comtesse de Winter, this fight will be over. The rest will surrender or leave.
I knew
So,
it. Take the head off the snake.
I mean, yeah, the thing is that
She's
if she
tough.
dies, they're not getting paid.
They don't work for her.
Oh,
They work for Cardinal Richelieu, who is the real villain of the book. The one who doesn't get any comeuppance at the end, the one who gets away with all his nefarious BS and then shows up in
uh,
another book. Because there are other books. There's
I'm okay.
The Man in the Iron Mask was one of them. The Count of Monte Cristo was one of them.
yeah.
All related stories, all having the same characters in them.
So I can move how many blocks?
You can move 6 squares unless you wish to run, and then you can click the run button, and that'll add to what you can do.
So 6, 1, 2. This isn't like in Starfinders moving diagonally counts as 2 squares.
I don't think so, no.
Okay, so I'm going to move 1, 3, or 4, 5,
You should
6.
be able to 6. There you go.
Yeah. And
Now, you see her right there, and she's shaking. Somebody already whizzed a musket ball past her shoulder.
Yeah.
That rattled
well,
her.
Good for you,
well,
Porthos.
I will also say that
I
a second shaken result results in a wound. If you shaken somebody and then get another shaken while they're
okay.
still
Well,
shaking,
I want to
that
shoot
adds
at her.
up to a wound. Okay, shoot at her.
Where's my? Yeah, there it is.
See
Neat
what kind of gun you got.
pistol.
5, 10, 20. So you'll be at a -2 at that range. Actually,
Oh,
control click Milady de Winter, and it should auto target her, and it factors in range automatically when you target. Oh, you're going to shoot him, or you want to shoot the lady?
no, yeah. That's I shot.
Yes. All right. Yep.
Clear.
Put you in the square 10. Yeah. No, you had it right.
I had it.
Yep. Control click, and you'll see the little arrow between you and her. All right. Now she's targeted. Make your attack roll.
All right. So
Oof.
She is very dodgy. Would you like to Benny that?
you're right.
And also look at your adventure cards, guys. There could be something here that could turn the
Oh yeah,
tide.
yeah.
Yeah, don't
Oh
forget
yeah.
those.
Hold on.
Don't forget
Yeah.
those. And you don't have to play them
Play
on
it.
your
Come
turn.
back.
Anytime it's appropriate, throw that bad boy down. All right. So go ahead and make you spin a Benny. Go ahead and re-roll your damage or your attack. Sorry, getting ahead of myself.
There we go. That's
There you go.
better.
Bang! That hit her.
And now it's damage.
Oh, she took a wound. However,
Ooh.
she is a wild card and she has 2 bennies. So she's going to expend one of her bennies to try to soak the wound. This is how it works. I make a vigor check. For every success and raise, I remove 1 wound. If she fails this, she doesn't remove the wound. She
Garbage.
did not fail it.
Rip.
Garbage.
But that did use one of her 2 bennies. She doesn't get to just continue to do that trick indefinitely. But you thought you had her dead to rights, and she somehow twisted away, and the bullet didn't land. Milady de Winter. Is going to
Oh.
see what does she want to do.
So are we only able to use one adventure card then?
No, you could use
Because it
this.
says it won't let me do anymore. My box is
Mm.
empty.
You, damn it! And I've reset these damn things. Hold on.
I mean, I have the cards, but it says we're
There.
can
Now
play
you
this
can
many.
play them.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Now you can play them. If anybody else runs into that, let me know because I had set it, but I guess the settings didn't take.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
if you want to play another
damn.
adventure
I
card,
should have played that. Oh,
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 nice.
here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
all right. You guys,
Angry
get it.
mob.
You get an extra d6 damage against the Cardinals men or against Comtesse de Winter, your choice. At those you played the card.
Yeah, it's, against the guards.
And the angry mob.
God.
All right.
Oh yeah.
damn.
Angry mob.
Porthos has friends in town, and they are
Maybe,
so mad
maybe
that
not.
the lady
It,
Maybe,
joined in.
it
maybe not. It could
Oh,
be good or
maybe.
bad.
That's
I am
true.
going to deal Porthos a card.
You got
If
Porthos.
if it is a club, they are not on your side.
Oh,
Oh,
I know, right?
sure hope they are.
It is
oh,
the I didn't want to do. That's what I wanted to do. Ace.
Nice.
It was an
It's
ace of
an ace of
diamonds.
diamonds. Woo!
So
Woo!
Yeah, baby.
let me pull up 8 NPCs. Second here.
We get
As
2 per
you
hero, you all.
assign the GM homework.
Woo! What? You have a card that assigns the GM homework?
Oh no, that
Oh.
you put an angry mob and suddenly he has to deal 8 more NPCs onto the map.
Oh, yeah.
Guys,
Well,
I
they
am so ready if one of you guys gets hit. I'm so ready for that.
nice.
Give me a second here. I need to. To load another module so I could pull up citizen. All right, and Porthos played that.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
See if this works the way I intended to. Actually, let me do it this way. That way it's done right.
Porthos played it, but it's more of a pain in the athos.
Nice. Mhm. Well, I
Those your
mean,
characters, Finn?
be careful, you might rile up the DM.
Why? Give me a second. I am adding citizen. Trying. I've got so many windows open. This is ridiculous.
I can't say that I feel your pain, but I'm sure Sven does.
Oh yes.
oh, man.
Let me change their token because it wants them to use C.
I don't want to talk, honey. Sven, have you seen any pictures of Jen and Charlie's baby?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
She was in the hospital for 3 days, but
Yep.
everything came out.
Yep.
And then some.
Trying to find a generic citizen token, and nothing is generic. That'll work. Add 8 citizens to the combat track,
Yes, I am the troublemaker. We're good.
and I will make them friendly.
See, I'm not sure if
They will show up at the beginning of the next round.
Alrighty.
I'm not
Good
sure if you
news.
were the kind of student that like, unionized the rest of the students, or if you're the kind of person that reminded the teacher that you had homework.
I
I
just
never reminded a teacher I had homework. The hell's wrong with
Okay,
you?
I just sat there and tried not to get noticed.
okay.
Oh, move closer.
I hope the flower ruined her outfit.
Hmm.
She covers an amazing amount of ground in a short amount of time, running and flipping and dodging, and
Blah blah blah.
gets up close to D'Artagnan
Hmm.
and misses him with a knife shot. And she grins.
Oh.
Cardinal's guard number, let's see, he will close. That's all he can do. Cardinal's guard number 2 cannot see through the cloud of powder. So he will move to there. He will target Aramis. Squeeze off a shot with his flintlock pistol and miss, and then toss it to the ground.
I
Card
guess you
number
could
3.
be a lot more loose with gun safety because once you shoot it once, it's not loaded anymore.
Nope.
Who cares if you chuck your gun? It's not gonna go off.
If you're close enough, you can hit your buddy over the head with it.
Yeah, you just use it as a ranged weapon, just a thrown weapon though.
Why did that? Okay. No, it did miss. Okay. Cardinal's guard number 4 was wielding a rapier. Number 5 will move over there and he will take a shot at Porthos. And he will miss. Guard number 6, he's going to run. And he stupidly runs through the cloud.
Bad choice,
And
man.
No, it's okay. He's all white.
Yeah. It might have flowered the mood though.
Athos and Aramis. I hope I got the right one.
Yeah, you did.
I I was all right. That's not effects. Modifiers. There, this is what we're looking for. No blind. Anyways, this guy is blind for the rest of this round and can't do anything as he wipes the flour out of his eyes.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Card number 7 will run around the flour, but he won't be able to act this round. Card number 8 will also move up. He will be unable to act this round. Porthos! Shots are flying.
Mhm.
Woo! Let's make some more fly. How about it?
Oh,
What? That didn't
Here.
do anything.
It
Go
says
ahead.
not
That's
enough
because
ammo.
we didn't
oh yeah.
reload after the last one. So what you do is you go over here.
Oh,
We'll add a bullet into that box. Now you should be able to do it.
okay. Let's try that again. Bang!
I love being
Ooh,
able to
nice.
hear you yelling from the basement.
Oh.
That is a hit.
Ooh. Do I need to click my die? My plus die?
Um, oh
No.
shit.
Yes?
No,
No.
it's just a regular hit. Sorry, I
It's okay. Okay.
didn't mean to click that button there. Wait, put it back on your board.
There we
It did
go.
no damage. You can Benny
Oh,
that damage if you like.
all right. Got one penny left. Here we go.
No, just don't die.
Don't what? Don't die?
Don't die.
Don't die.
You
Okay.
can use the bennies to heal,
It's a one
basically.
shot. She can die. It's
Yeah,
dramatic
that's
and
true.
exciting.
I mean,
I could
I
make it
mean, yeah. Make it
premature.
dramatic and exciting, and then she just kind of pulls up the other character that's not being used, and actually,
Actually, I forgot she had been shaken. She's going to take a wound.
Nice.
oh,
Yes.
nice.
Woo.
That's three
So
No,
times.
sorry.
you shot and
Woo.
it grazes your shoulder and it draws blood.
Ha ha ha. I'm not afraid to shoot a woman.
All right, citizens not coming up this round. Let me new round. Athos gets an ace. Athos, you're first.
All right. Well, my plan backfired because life, and he's
What
going
happened
to
to our
run up
citizens?
here
Oh,
What the dog
okay.
doing?
to 6. That's funny.
I thought
I
those
like
were
the
like
citizens. That's
Chewbacca's
cool.
at first. I literally had to zoom in and make sure that it wasn't Chewbacca.
Now, do I have a bonus for flanking?
You have what is called a gang up bonus, and it will automatically be factored in.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes,
Um.
for every opponent, for every friendly, um, yeah, for every friendly you have next to the target, you get a +1 gang up bonus. So right now you're getting a +1. If Aramis and Porthos moved in, it would get even uglier.
Yeah,
All right.
everybody
Nice.
just crowds around to kick her while she's down.
So I've drawn my dagger as well as my rapier as I run up, and I'm going to attack first with my rapier.
Yes, you have two-fisted and ambidextrous, so you can make both these attacks with no penalty.
Nice.
Love that for you.
Nice.
Nice.
Did some damage. You didn't click the raised die. Roll a d6.
I did.
It
Oh, you did? It did add?
raised
Okay,
against
so
D6.
14.
And then following up with my
She is going to
dagger. Okay.
use her one remaining Benny to try to soak this. That is not a success.
She
Sucks.
failed both times.
And now she's got 2 wounds. Yeah, because you notice that because she had a wound, she had a minus on her roll. Everybody gets that. When you take wounds, you start taking penalties to hit. When you take fatigue, you take penalties to hit. But now she's hurting. So, yeah, this is one of those games where the more hurt you are, the more combat sucks.
All right, so I'll follow up with my dagger.
Oh,
Is
Would
that
you like
enough
the
to
Benny?
hit? Nope, that's a miss.
No,
I
that's a
am going to
miss.
Benny that, though. Let's do that.
Notice how it adds the gang up bonus.
mm-hmm.
Wow,
Oh,
No.
still missed. All right. Um, I presume I can't Benny multiple times, correct?
Yeah, absolutely you can until you
Can.
run out of bennies.
All right, so I'm going to do that again. As I see this crowd of people start charging forward, making me a little nervous. There we go.
nice.
Maybe.
That's a hit.
Is that it? Yeah, okay.
Man, did
Not
not
enough.
do
That's all
enough.
right. It got our attention. So,
She's still taking 2 wounds.
All right.
Aramis with a king.
Well, Aramis has already used his gun to shoot that barrel of flour, so he also drops it and moves up to gang up on Milady de Winter, and he is going to try stabbing her with his rapier. Before I do that, I have a card called Payback
Oh,
that lets me get a +2 to attack.
against her. Oh yeah, you get +2 to your attack against her. Uh,
Okay. Does that automatically apply, or do I need to do the
I don't
modifier?
think it will automatically apply. Um, go ahead and apply it manually. If it did, well then we can math it, and
Okay.
we'll know.
And we will know, yeah. Oh, I didn't target her. That's
You
why.
can grab that and drag it onto her. That's a hit.
Nice. Okay, that is sad damage. I'm gonna use
So
the
you know
Benny on
what?
that. Oh,
It didn't take into the gang up bonus. That would have been a hit with a raise. Click the raise damage and reroll.
oh, nice.
That is another wound. She has no more bennies to soak it. That puts her at 3.
And do we know how many she has?
Everybody gets 3 wounds.
Everybody
The
has
fourth,
3.
it doesn't change, except for maybe a few monsters might be able to take more wounds, but no. If you're an extra, 1 wound puts you down. If you're a wild card, you get 3 wounds before you go down. One more, and she will go down.
Ooh. Well,
Citizens, the citizens, they don't even have any weapons. They're just going to move up this round and kind of get all in the way as they go running past you with bar stools and broken bottles.
and would these citizens being next to her help with the gang up bonus?
Yes, they would.
Nice.
At least one of them next to her is going to.
I'm scrolling down to see who goes next. D'Artagnan, you got this.
Cardinal's Guard goes next. Cardinal's Guard being evil Fouquets don't really care about the average citizen. He will move up. He will move up.
all right. So I've been waiting for somebody to move up into range with me. I have a special thing that we go. Main. Here it is. Um,
First strike.
yes, for strike. So
Yep, you get a free shot on him when he moves up to you.
correct. So I'm going to use my. I presume that's just a single shot, even though I'm ambidextrous. It's just a rapier shot.
It's just one shot. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So I'm going to spin around as he runs up and slash at him. Did I have? I think I got him targeted. We'll find out.
And you
Ooh,
missed.
that's all right. At least got his attention.
If he wasn't targeting you before, he definitely is now.
Didn't he attack me when he moved up?
Um, oh, he was going to. You're right.
And I am going to play a card. Not today. Play after any attack to change it from a success to a critical failure.
I'm going to say that he steps on a loose sewer grate and he falls in and disappears.
Nice.
Awesome.
Hate it when it happens.
Misses. Still misses. And the last guard. He's only going to be able to get there. He's not going to be able to do anything. D'Artagnan,
All right.
you have a pretty wicked gang up bonus going on here right now.
What?
That's not. Oof.
Missed. You rolled a 3. You want to Benny that?
Do I have any left? Yes, I got 2 left. Yes, I do. I'm gonna reroll that.
That's a hit.
Woo!
Okay. Damage.
Look at that!
That's the shot that puts her down. Describe your kill, sir.
Yes.
Um. Yeah. I just into her chest,
Just pierced her through the
stab
heart.
her in the chest.
And
Shot through the
she will
heart.
make a
Too
silent
late.
face of surprise, and her eyes will roll back, and she will fall to the street dead.
Oh,
At
no,
which
no, no.
point,
At that point, I kick her off my. Just kick her.
you kick her off the
Kick her while
blade,
she's
and
down.
wipe the blade on her hair.
Wow,
At
you really
this
got a kick
point,
out of that.
the Cardinals men, seeing the Comtesse go down, will surrender, and you, being honorable men, will accept the surrender. However, the mob will probably beat one or
Yes.
two of them to death.
Probably.
You are able to return the diamonds to the queen. The gala goes off without a hitch. Cardinal Richelieu gets a case of the red ass because you once again foiled his evil scheme. And the Musketeers and D'Artagnan
Affairs
have,
are kept
have
secret.
saved the day. And
Secret
the affair
affairs
is
are
kept
kept
secret.
secret.
Whoop whoop.
Nice.
All right.
All right. And
I-
next week, because both my the Starfinder campaigns have just happened to reach a um, end of a chapter at the same time. If you guys don't care, Jingo said he's willing to do another one shot, um, different setting, but
Yeah.
another Savage World one shot. If you guys would like to do that, I
Yeah.
am
I mean, this
definitely
is
for it.
fun,
Yeah.
These are fun to me. So,
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
next
Yes.
one is going to be a bit different.
well, I did really like the cowboy one you did where we were
I,
fighting the
I,
zombies.
I, I had thought about doing a Western one, but what I really had in mind, and I'll let you guys decide whether or not it sounds good to you, is the A Team.
I
I
pity
pity the
the fool.
fool.
Yeah. And again, I have 5 characters for that. You have the 4A team members, and then the plucky female reporter character who was there early on in the first season.
Nice. So if you want to be
But
Mr. T, show up early so you can grab your character early.
Okay.
I pity the fool.
I
Jason
pity the fool.
Murdoch and Hannibal Smith,
Oh,
the half pincer
Murdoch.
maneuver. I love it when a
When a
plan
plan
comes
comes together.
together.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'll have that set up for next Sunday. All right, guys, it is past my bedtime, and I am going to get off
Thank you,
and
Jingo. We
head to
appreciate
bed.
you.
This
Thank
was
you.
fun.
Thank
I hope you
you.
guys liked it.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Uh,
I was
I'm
waiting the entire game to play the noble sacrifice card, but it's fine. It's fine.
That's right.
I'm just glad that none of y'all got hurt.
Wisnoid, thanks for stopping by, saying hi. We're going to be doing this again next week, but like I said, check it out. Leijin, welcome, welcome. Doing some Savage World. Uh, so thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for playing. Thanks, Jingo, again. Like, subscribe, whatever else you do, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good
Good
good night,
night.
night,
everybody.
everybody.